I am using student preview right now, so my web page on my computer should look the same as the page on your computer, more or less. So I am simply scrolling down because I would like to show you the somewhat different format that we have for this exam on burnout. So first of all, a little hint here, we do have this discussion about the part of burnout that you like best. And since in the exam you'll be speaking out loud, if you want to write up a few short scripts that are about 30 seconds that you'd like to use in the voice thread for the exam and use those in the discussion, then they can kind of do double duty and you can have your comments that you would like to make prepared. So let's see if we can get to voice thread reasonably. I'm going to launch it. I just clicked on it and I'm launching it. And here we just see this voice thread that says burnout. And mine are opened automatically to the voice comment from Jasmine. I'm going to inch my screen up a little bit here. Well, down here there's an arrow. And you can press play.
I completely agree that the whole mouse and cheese concept is a perfect way of breaking down the difference between how we function when we're facing a threat and how we actually do better compared to reaching a goal.
So that is a lengthy and detailed comment that Jasmine made about this particular slide. If you want to look at all of the slides, you can just push this back button. Let me see if I can squeeze this in a little bit better. Because QuickTime, I apologize, QuickTime doesn't want to let you see everything that's down here. But these will navigate you through the slides that are in somewhat chronological order. So the first slide that we have is the slide that reminds us about science. And I think that slide is important because science is usually theoretical and it's usually about not being as wrong as the previous scientist was. So when we say there's no perfect science, the whole point of scientific inquiry is that there isn't perfection. But obviously there's more interesting things you could say about that if you apply them to everyday life. Okay, I don't know why I can't scroll now. Let me try again to make my screen a little smaller. Here we go. All right, now I'm going to keep moving and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger again. This is, of course, about the initial example of the stress cycle and how working with annoying people is like running from a lion. That is the mouse and cheese comment. An important skill from burnout, of course, is the monitor, which tracks your distance from the goal you're trying to achieve and helps you determine whether it's worthwhile to continue to try to reach certain goals. Positive reappraisal looks at a situation as an opportunity rather than as, I hope your computer doesn't do this to you all the time. Okay. That was the fancy word for the monitor. Human giver syndrome. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the slides that are closer to the end of the presentation that some of you were concerned we didn't fully discuss. But anyway, let me show you before I go to those slides and make more recordings that I will do that. But you just push this plus sign when you want to record. And to leave a comment, you push this plus sign. And it gives you the option to make a video recording, a phone call, I don't know what that means, or an audio recording. I'm going to make a video recording just to be weird, but you can do it in audio if you'd like. But it would be really great if you could make the video recordings and we could actually see each other too. So click and draw on that. I don't think I need to click and draw. I just want to say that this idea of being raised as a good girl and not showing fear and anger has implications that go beyond gender. And some of you have already talked about the racial implications of being perceived as nice and kind and as a human giver. So now I'm done with about 30 seconds of what I wanted to say about that particular comment. I push stop recording and it uploads my comment. Video recordings, and we could actually see each other too. And I think it sounds just fine. So now that's how I made my recording. So we saw at the beginning, just push play to listen to Jasmine's recording, push play to listen to other people's recording, and then you can go back over here and comment on those recordings and reply to people. So that's all for now. I'm really hoping you can use the camera as well as the microphone, and then this will be a good way for us to speak to each other and have some fun with this assignment. Have a great break.